I don't see Ms. Mannon on the phone, on the Zoom.
I have not heard from her.
Okay, well, let's wait a couple minutes. If that's all right with everyone. Okay, well, it's 8:04. And if everyone's okay, why don't we begin? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Here.
Ms. Mannon, Mr. Goodman,
Here.
Mr. Jaffe,
Here.
Mr. Califf,
Here.
I'll make a motion to excuse Ms. Mans.
Thank you. All second.
Yeah.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
Okay, and that motion passes. We have the first matter of business. First of all, I want to welcome you all to the University Heights Board of Zoning Appeal meeting for December 2020. This meeting is being held in the ordinary course in the format of Zoom. Miss you all. Hope to be together soon. The first item on the agenda is approval of minutes from the November meeting. Are there any edits or comments from any members of the Board of Zoning Appeal? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the same?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you both. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe.
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
It was a silent aye from Mr. Califf.
Aye.
It's my Marcel Marceau skills.
Forgot my makeup.
We have one new matter for consideration. That is an application BZA 20-119 by Carmen Protopapa. Mr. Protopapa previously submitted an application with respect to a driveway and gravel area in the back of his house. That application was denied on October 14th, 2020. This is a new application that is being submitted. Mr. Protopapa, are you on the line?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Could you please agree to be sworn or affirmed?
I do.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Mr. Protopapa, I want to ask you a couple of questions just to clarify the application and the package that we received. There are two drawings, two colored drawings. One was submitted on September 9th and denied by the BZA on October 14th. And then there's a revised drawing that is being submitted for today's meeting of December 9th, 2020. Is that your understanding as well?
Correct.
In the revised drawing, there is an area that's in white in the middle of the drawing that says paved with asphalt, currently gravel. I then have a document from the City of University Heights dated October 20th, 2020, which would be after the denial. And this says suggest revised plan to gravel area in line with garage wall to entrance. And I guess what I wanted clarification on is, are we talking about gravel or asphalt for the area that's in white?
Asphalt.
Okay.
You don't
Yeah.
allow gravel driveways in your city.
That's correct. Thank you. And so you're looking to plant grass in the area that's behind the sunroom and then widen the width of the driveway with asphalt to match the entrance width of the driveway. Is that correct?
Correct. And it also will put asphalt around 2 drains that were previously buried in grass.
Around being the key word. In other words, you can now access and water can run into those drains rather
Correct.
than being covered.
Correct. And the land slopes towards the house. So those 2 drains are pretty important. Otherwise, the water will not really go anywhere.
Okay. So then I'll ask of the city, what is the variance that's actually being requested? Or what is the special permit that's actually, I'm sorry, the variance is being requested? If this is now going to be asphalt and it's the width of the garage, then there's no gravel, what's the variance?
I think this was not asphalted originally, and we had him bring in to get a permit for it, and he's going to have, is it my understanding from him? I know Jason was dealing with him a little bit, that there's going to be a little more parking there than originally there was. That's what I understood. It was not originally.
I'll open it up to the board, but I don't see anything here that requires, in this application and this design, I don't see anything here that requires variance.
Well, I'm adding asphalt to my existing driveway. So I thought I needed a variance anytime I'm adding an additional, part of my driveway.
I think that part of the genesis, if you will, of the appeal to the Board of Zoning Appeals was a building department citation.
Correct.
And so it was the citation from the building department that was being appealed initially. And so I'm not, I guess I would agree with you, Ari. I'm not convinced that there's an actual variance. And that may bear further questioning here of, in connection with our building department. If this hadn't been cited, if it were just a plan coming in to the building department for expansion of the driveway in this manner, would a variance be required?
No, at this point, he could just come in with the drawing of this here asphalt and just apply for a permit. And I think what he is doing, he is appealing he don't want to have to pay for the citation, if it's my understanding correctly.
Mr. McConville, do we have the authority to waive the citation?
You do. You do have the authority to waive the citation. For example, you can waive the citation contingent upon the applicant making these improvements by a certain date, so that we no longer have the violation, which is, the gravel that's not permitted. And then we don't, then this just dies its natural death, if you will. It doesn't get referred on to our prosecutor for a building department case initiated in the Shaker Heights Municipal Court.
Mr. Protopapa, how long do you need to complete this project?
I mean, I would say at least until midsummer 2021. You can't lay asphalt in the winter.
Would
It
August,
needs to be warm enough, and depending on the demand, right now the demand seems very high for that type of service. I'm going to guess that there's already people in line, and spring season's probably already going to be booked up. So I haven't checked that yet, but the more time I get, the better.
do you believe that August 1, 2021 would be adequate for you?
Yes.
Any questions from the board or any motions?
The only question I had was for the new spot that's being showed paved with asphalt, currently gravel. Are there, I see that's as we look at the figure, to the right of where the sunroom is. Are there any exits on the back of your house?
Yes. The back door is to the right of the sunroom. The sunroom has, a couple steps directly to the right of it, and then that's where the back door is. So where you see that pink area, that's paving brick right there, and the back door is right to the left of that pink area.
I think that's the MDB is causing that feedback.
Sorry.
Any other questions from the board or any motions?
I would just ask that he or his contractor come in and get a permit, and that will be approved as submitted. If contractor is going to do that, they need to be registered.
I'm going to make a motion that this matter be removed from the agenda because a variance is not required, subject to Mr. Protopapa applying for a permit with the City of University Heights and completing the work as proposed by August 1st, 2021. And upon completion of the work, the citation before the Shaker Heights Municipal Court will be removed, and any fines or penalties will be waived.
I'll second the motion.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
The motion is passed. Mr. Protopapa, I thank you for your diligence in coming back to us on this matter.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have several matters for renewal to take up now, and I'll take them in the order of the agenda that was sent out. First is BZA 20-106 for a special permit for Whole Foods at 13998 Cedar Road to allow the outdoor display of seasonal merchandise. I'm thinking we're already in that season. Any concerns or issues from the city?
No, none whatsoever.
Is there a motion?
Move to renew it.
I'll second the
Second.
motion.
With a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe.
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
Motion passes. The second item is BZA 20-107, also for Whole Foods, to allow the transfer of outdoor seating to the south side of the building and to modify the special permit to expand the outdoor merchandising area. I take it there are no issues from the city on this as well.
Nope.
Is there a motion
So moved.
and a second?
Second.
Thank you both. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
The The third item, that motion is passed. So the third item for today's agenda is BZA 20-108 to renew a special permit governing the hours of operation of Whole Foods. And I take it there are no comments or observations from the city with respect to the hours of operation.
No problem.
Okay,
Make a motion to renew BZA 20-108.
I'll second the motion.
thank you both. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
That motion passes. Item number 4 is BZA 20-109. This is a special permit for the Jewish Learning Connection at 2195 South Green Road to allow the operation of a Jewish adult education program in that area. Any issues of concern for the city? I will note that this is one of the buildings that was unfortunately targeted with anti-Semitic graffiti that was very quickly cleaned up. And I want to thank the city for its attention to that matter. Any other issues from the city's perspective?
None whatsoever.
I'll make a motion to renew the special permit.
Second.
Thank you both. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
And that motion passes. Item number 5 is BZA 20-110 for a special permit at 13908 to 13998 Cedar Road, allowing no parking for commercial or idling of vehicles within 75 feet of a residential district. This is for IRC Retail Centers. Is this Target?
No, I think it's Cedar Center.
Yeah, it would be the properties, I believe, that are west of.
With a new Goodwill.
Yeah,
yeah.
west
Yes.
of Whole Foods.
Yes, okay. Any issues or comments from the city?
No.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to renew the special permit.
I'll second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
That motion passes. Item number 6 is BZA 20-111 for a special permit 2159 South Green Road to allow an exterior ice machine. Any comments or statements from the city?
We have no issues with the ice machines. We do have issues there with signs that they're not supposed to be putting up constantly, but none with the ice machines.
Would this be those sidewalk signs?
Correct.
Well, I'm glad the city is addressing those. I'll make a motion to renew the special permit for the ice machine and appreciate the city paying its attention to the sign issue that's ongoing. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
That motion passes. Item number 7 is BZA 20-112. This is a special permit for La Petite Learning Center at 13504 Cedar Road. Any comments from the city?
None.
Is there a motion?
Move. Second.
Thank you. With the motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
Item number 8 on today's agenda is BZA 20-113 to renew a special permit at 13660 Cedar Road for the use of a third floor of a two-family home to be used as a rental unit. No appearance is required. Any comments from the city?
Nope.
I'll make a motion to renew the special permit. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
And that motion passes. Item number 9 is BZA 20-114, seeking the renewal of a special permit at 4013 Washington Boulevard for a rentable third floor with culinary privileges. Any comments from the city?
No.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second motion, or second motion.
Thank you both. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye,
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
and that motion passes. Item number 10 is BZA 20-115, seeking a renewal of a special permit at 4396 University Parkway for a fence forward to the rear foundation line of the house. Any comments from the city?
Nope.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to renew the special permit.
Second.
Thank you both. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye,
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
and that motion passes. Item number 11 is BZA 20-116, seeking a special permit at 13996 Cedar Road for T-Mobile to erect roof-mounted antennas above the roof line. Any comments or observations from the city?
No.
I make a motion to approve BZA 20-116.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you both. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye,
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
thank you, and that motion passes. Item number 12 is BZA 20-117 for an application at 2472 Edgerton Road, seeking a special permit to allow a fence forward to the rear foundation line. Any comments from the city?
None.
Is there
Make a motion to renew BZA 20-117.
Second.
Thank you both. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe.
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
And that motion passes. The last item on today's agenda is an application for a special permit at 2628 Milton Road to allow space in the basement to be used as a guest room for family to sleep in when they visit. No appearance is required. Any comments from the city?
Well, on this one, I personally don't have an issue, but I don't know how long this has been going on with this particular variance. But with the new code, in order to have sleeping in the basement, you need to have an egress that goes right out of that bedroom to the outside. And it's something.
It does.
Okay, if it does, then it's okay. No
Yeah, I
problem.
just looked at the minutes and it looks like it does.
And that's not a problem. I wasn't aware of that.
This isn't that old of a process, and that was something that we had in place.
Okay, then no
Good.
problem.
Everybody dotting the i's and crossing the t's. Thank you. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to renew the special permit.
I'll second the motion. And will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe.
Aye.
Mr. Califf,
Aye.
Before we adjourn the meeting, we will not be meeting again until January. I want to take this opportunity to wish everybody safe and healthy and happy holidays. Take care of your neighbors, take care of your family, take care of your friends, and we'll all get through this hopefully together. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
Just one thing. I believe it was this board that asked me to take a look over there at the sauce restaurant with the sign that they use for selfies.
Mhm.
And I did go over there and talk with them, and they are working with their sign people, and they are going to be applying for a special permit for that. They should be doing that shortly. And that is not a sign that could be seen from the road in any way for directional, but it is something that's there for people to take a picture of themselves visiting the restaurant.
right. And
But
it's
they're
also
gonna-
not lit. That's my understanding.
Right, but they're still going to apply, I guess, for a permit for this. It's not lit, no.
Well,
Howard, along that same vein, I don't know if the Papa John's that would be right on Cedar on the, what would that be, the south side, so in part of UH.
Yes.
Have you seen the entire, I guess it'd be the west side, they've got the entire window covered with now hiring, so that I don't believe you could even see through the window. I wasn't sure if that was allowed under the current ordinances.
I could stop over there and mention it to have them take some of that down and redo it.
Okay, I just, from a safety standpoint, with them not being
Right,
able to see out,
exactly.
it seems like a bad idea.
Not a problem.
Yeah,
It's
we've
very
had that.
large and yellow.
Mhm.
Okay,
We've had
I
that
have-
come up
I
before
haven't-
elsewhere, and yeah, that's a problem. And I've seen it. So,
Okay.
That's not permitted in our code, and we've actually had a couple of matters before the BZA on that issue where prior boards were not willing to grant a special use permit. So they should come before the board if they want to put that up.
Okay,
So-
I will get over there within the next couple days.
Thank you.
However, Mr. McConville, if they do it for less than 30 days, can they do it without a permit?
I don't believe so, but I could take a look at that issue. I mean, I believe it's a health and safety issue that they need a special permit for, irrespective of the timing. But I can take a quick look at that.
Okay, that was, because I think it just went up recently, and I was wondering that when I saw it, whether there's a temporary condition that would not require a permit. But if you can guide us, I'd appreciate it.
And was there any further investigation as it related to the CVS having the little structure out in the parking lot?
That's where we're all getting our vaccines. It is, actually.
Oh, really?
It is what it's for.
CVS and Walgreens are rolling out national programs and creating those structures. I hope that they're wise enough to seek permits in all the cities where they're doing that.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure what
under-
the status is on that. I know our fire department had been out there. But I guess we should make a determination about whether they need to come before the board.
Yeah,
We can do administratively.
I think it's a difficult topic in that it's I mean, they're advancing a very important purpose that needs to be done, but at the same time, does it open that anyone can put up a temporary structure in the parking lot? I don't know, just something to think about.
I think there's a way that we can go about it diplomatically. I mean, the thing is of course we want vaccines to be distributed, but we also want to make sure that health, safety, and welfare considerations regarding the structure itself are addressed.
Well, if it needs to come to the board, I'm sure we could do a meeting before our
could
next
actually-
meeting. Yeah,
We're not going to hold up vaccines.
exactly.
we will offer them additional locations too.
There you go.
I think we have maybe a school building or two that could be used. Again, wishing you all healthy, happy, and safe. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mrs. Jablonski,
Aye.
Mr. Goodman,
Aye.
Mr. Jaffe,
Aye.
Mr. Califf.
Aye.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great day.